Hello everyone. I'm really enjoying my new Digitakt 2. And when it comes down to it, overbridge is something that throughout my history with Elektron I have ignored. And I'm sorry for any noise in the background. This is a very noisy microphone setup right now, but it's what I got, so here we go. Now, I was an early adopter of the machine drum Mark I, right before you could add samples. I toured and played live with the Octatrack for a while. I had a model samples, which I really liked, but it wasn't set up the way I had hoped, so I got rid of that. And now I have the Digitakt 2, and I really like it. All this time I've ignored overbridge. I thought that it was something to allow different Elektron devices to speak well to each other, etc. And I wasn't really sure what it was for, really, and I didn't need it. I wasn't trying to integrate my Elektron machines with my DAW, basically. I use the DAW to prepare samples and load them into samplers, but I don't really use hardware and software together a lot, right? Anyway, so I just uploaded and installed overbridge, and I know what it does. And I know it's going to change my workflow a lot, but I haven't even fired it up yet. I want to show you what I have going on right now without overbridge, okay? And everything's going through my Steinberg interface at this point. So 5-pin MIDI going to in. The audio from the Ableton is coming in. As you can see, I have an Ableton Live set that's up, and basically I'm going to do real-time recording of each track onto the Digitakt trig, presets, basically. Right now, I've hit function and clear, so even though there's samples here, there is nothing in the sequencer, right? I have the transport initiated so that when I start live, it goes, right? So here's what the track sounds like. It's just a little movement, right? I'm going to do 8 bars of each instrument. Here's the first part. And then eventually it's going to go to the second part. Okay, and a lot of these are MIDI. There's not a lot of audio, right? So basically these are some of my favorite VSTs, including UVI Falcon and Noise Engineering, Sync Varior. I don't even know what it's called, but I use this thing all the time. I think it's free. I can't really remember if I bought it or not. Nonetheless, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to samples, okay? And I have the in source, right? So the source here can be many different things, but it is going to be in. And I have it set pre-mix so that you can hear it when I hit the play button. You can see the audio coming in. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do basically is just get the kick drum and the kick. So you can see on the screen I've got a little volume envelope on the kick to cut off some of the tail, make it a little shorter and snappier. And in some of these, there are sidechain compression as well. So this is going to take some finagling, but I'm going to show you how it's done. In here, we've got a stereo left and right. Yeah, I could actually do the drums in mono. It wouldn't kill anybody. In fact, this kick drum is in mono. Right down here, I've got it set to 128 steps. For this kick drum, I don't need that. I'm going to do one step. I'm going to arm it for recording, and as soon as I hit play, it got a sample. Let's listen to it. You can hit function and yes. Okay. In fact, okay. I accidentally saved it just now, and it wasn't called what I wanted it to be called, so I'm just going to put it on number 1. And there it is. Function and no. Clears. Next part. Percussion loop. Okay. We can probably do that in 16 steps. Let's try it. Let's go to 16 steps, which is 1 bar. Arm it for record, and yes, perfect. Let's listen. Okay, as you can see, there is not really any latency. Love it. So let's yes, and we're going to call this, you can hold down function to get yourself an alphabet. We're going to call it hat loop. So you just go to H and let go. Next. Hat loop. Oh, looks like we got a silver alert. I don't know what it is with old people going missing in our area. Every other night I get a silver alert for this thing. It's crazy. Okay, we're going to save this piece. And I'm going to assign that. We've got our kick here. I'm going to put a snare here. I'll put it here. Let's listen. Okay, nice. Function and no. Next we'll do this percussion loop. As you can hear, there's some stereo panning. I think we're going to do a full 4 bars of this one. So we'll go to 64 steps. And arm and there it is. Whoops. Oh, anyway, don't need to audition. I'm still getting used to these button combinations. We'll call this perk. Yes. Put that guy on 4. Okay, now I'm going to do the rest of these, okay? And then once they're in here, we're going to arrange them out. And I'm going to show you how it works, right? I don't want you to have to sit and watch me solo each track and put all the stuff in here. But actually, just before I do that, I'm going to solo each track while it's playing. This is a little arpeggio. This is like a throbbing bass line. What gives it that throb is the side chain, right? But as you can see, the side chain is still going to be imprinted in the sample. I do have an option to side chain in the Digitakt, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to print it like this. It's like a pulsy bass-ish, mid-bass. More pulsy bass, like a super saw kind of. This is UVI Falcon. Well, it's actually a couple of things, but it's Babylon 2 and UVI Falcon. Definitely a side note, but UVI Falcon is my favorite of all synthesizers and workstations, and I highly recommend it if you could ever gather together that much scratch for a piece of software. Synths, weird effects, reverb effects, triangle waves, more bass. Okay, the same as before. Okay, you know what I am going to do before I track out the rest of these is I'm going to, I think, unmute or unsolo, and I'm going to take 8-bar loops of each piece. So let's go function no, and I'm not going to assign these to tracks. Max, no, we don't want max. 128 steps, yep. Okay. Quiet, huh? We want to save. We'll call this full 1. Yes. And we don't need to assign these. So skip, function no. Loop number 2. Wait for this threshold to go down. That's one thing about having a high threshold or a low threshold. It's at 0. If I were to raise that threshold, by the way, it would have to be a louder sound in order to trigger the recording. Arm. Beautiful. And you know what else I can do, actually? Is when I'm naming, I could copy and paste, which would really, really help, but I didn't, so. And we're not going to assign it. Okay, I'm going to record the rest of these individuals, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got all the samples in here, and we can listen to them. Nothing there. Oh, this is... These samples are from the old pack, from the old set that was in here. Now here's the issue here. This is the effects, synths, okay, basses, nope, hi-hats, basses. Notice that some are louder than others. Now the reason why is because in the pattern that I cleared, when I hit function clear, it cleared out all the sounds, but it didn't clear out the data, right? So this is kind of interesting here. The reason why is because some of these have some overdrive, right? Notice the two are different. We've got different levels, right? Now it was mixed completely inside of Ableton. It was completely mixed the way I wanted it, but I know that you can affect all trigs or presets at once if you hold down track. So right now 3 is at level. See, the level's down, and the kick drum, the level's higher. Let's see if we can hold down track and bring down the level here and bring it all the way up. It looks like everything here. All right, now notice we're in effects. Notice there's delay and reverb and chorus and overdrive on certain things. Let's get rid of it all. Let's hold down track. Let's turn off all the... Now if you press one of these encoders down, it goes faster. Notice this? See how fast that goes? Rather than trying to use it, you know, the rotary encoder. So right now I'm just going through all of it. And hopefully, all right, everything's the same level, the level it's supposed to be. All right, now here is the issue. Let's go. You can see it's 128 bars. This kick drum doesn't need to be 128 bars. So if I go function page, you can go function yes and go back and forth between pattern, right? It's like a global pattern length and resolution, or per track. So in track number 1, I can turn this down. We really only need to have, let's say, 16. Okay, 1 bar. So now if I go to, if I get out of here, I can put trigs in. Okay. Now, a lot of these, I don't know if I want these warped or if I want them to be chopped. I'm gonna, I think, start with grid, right? So I'm in the, I'm gonna go grid, next track, grid, next track, grid, next track. I don't know about, okay. I don't think this needed to be grid. It needed to be 1 shot. That's on grid already. This guy here needs to be in 1 shot. Yes. These are old breaks from the other pattern. This guy here, do I want it on grid or do I want it on stretch or do I want it on 1 shot? I think I'm going to do grid. No, I'm going to do slice for this one. I'll try grid for this. Try grid for that. That's fine. Try grid. This is probably going to be better on slice. This one here is fine. Okay, now I think I can go function and we'll bring this down to 1 bar. Okay, and that's the whole pattern. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each one of these and I'm going to put trigs in. Let's try 4. Let's do 8. We can remove them later. That's track 3. Track 4, same thing. Track 5, same thing. Track 6, same thing. Actually, I don't have anything in 5 or 6, so I'm going to delete these. This guy here really only needs to be at the beginning. You know what? One thing I'm doing I need to go back to pattern and go down to 1 bar. Okay, track 1, track 3, track 4, track 5, nothing. Track 6, track 7, track 8, just at the beginning. Track 9 is the bass line. We'll put just 1. Track 10 is pulse bass. Track 11. Track 12, nothing. Track 13. Oops. Track 14. Track 15. Now, I think I just set them all to 1 bar again because they were individual. Let's find out. Does that sound good? No. So we'll go to track 3. I'm going to go to source and notice the grid here. I'm going to hold down track and set the grid to 16. Does that do the rest? Yes. Yep. Awesome, it did. Okay. Let's mute everything. Now, that's fine. This guy here, in source, if I hit yes, edit slice points, create slice grid, create linear locks. Not sure why it's not working. I think, it's on slice instead of grid. Yes. 16. Oh, what am I doing down here? Crazy. Okay. Good. Number 4, track. Good. I'm going to have to adjust this later. I'll come back to it. Baseline. We're going to go back to slice. Oops. Track 3, we're going to go to 64. Go to amp. kind of butchering this because I've never done it. Track 10, source. Track 11, source. Yes, linear locks. Track 13. Track 13, source. Create linear locks. Okay, track 14. Source, create linear locks. On mute. There we go, 64. Track 15. On mute. And create linear locks. Let's change it to grid. Yes. Let's try linear locks again. Okay. Now, does this sound normal like what I had in Ableton? No, but that's the beauty of the Digitakt, right? Okay, let's do the global. And this guy here, if I stop it and I'll go track 8, I can go track clear. And now what happened? Did I get rid of the sound? I did. Okay, in that case, gotta find what I put in there. I think I called it effects. Yes, effects 1. Yes. And I'll put that just in the first trig. Let's give this kick drum some boost. I wonder if I should hold down track and give everything a little boost. I kind of like that. With the kick drum maybe a little more. Let's look at the decay on the reverb. Let's turn the volume of that track down a little. Love it. another snare. There we go. From here, function save project, yes. Let's adjust the volumes of these guys. Give it some reverb. Save it like that. Save. Okay, that's pretty much all I want to show you. Yeah, that's how it's done, and obviously I fumbled through a lot of stuff. I'm still not used to this Digitakt and the workflow, the button combinations. I know that it's going to become second nature before too long. It really is quite simple to use, actually. I passed 5,555 subscribers today, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway tonight. By the time you watch this, it's probably over. Go to growstrittenclips.com and get on the email list. If you are watching this channel, then you make electronic music, and if you make electronic music, you want to be on my email list. I'm going to go ahead and track this song out and actually build a piece of music, so I'll be uploading that soon. Anyway, love you guys. Be blessed.